everybody, it's Christy back with another video. So today I just wanted to go through what I'm doing for Inktober and Linktober and give you a little bit of my setup, my process, my plan, and kind of direct you over to my Instagram so hopefully you can see all of my pieces. I'm going to start talking about Linktober because it's the one that I focus my energy on. I really like Joel Seigel and the whole team at Linktober, and Zelda creators are all wonderful, and so I am so excited to be a part of that, and they've been so welcoming to somebody who's like a new artist like me. So I've really enjoyed working with the Linktober community. So I usually try my best to do my Linktober pieces in as much detail as possible. I spend more time on them. I start them earlier. So I've got a few of them done all together already. I've got some that are in the works. And then I've got a few pieces that I did throughout the year that I'm going to use just because I'm back at work full time and I'm not going to be able to maybe do every single day. So I'm going to use some things that I already have finished throughout the year that have really not been featured too much. So that's exciting for me. But I will give you a sneak peek of like one of my pieces. This is one of the two sketchbooks I'm doing Link and Inktober in. Actually, I'm doing most of my Inktober in this one. And I'm using this guy that I got from Viviva and Inktober to do a lot of my Linktober pieces, but most of them are works in progress at this point. I'll talk about this in a minute, though I do have some things in here. But the very first day piece is this guy right here. And that is the Witch's Hut from Link to the Past. I did this in colored pencil. I'm really proud of it. So last year, one of the things that people really liked the best from me were pieces that I did from Link to the Past in alcohol marker, and I really wanted to challenge myself to try to do this with Prismacolor pencils because I really want to get better with pencils, and so I really think this turned out awesome. I'm happy with it, and I learned a whole lot doing it, so I'm really excited for more pieces like this or more pieces in pencil. I'm really enjoying the process there, but here's a little sneak peek of day one, which you probably have already seen if you've been on my Instagram anyhow. So this is Linktober. Look forward to my Linktober pieces. I don't plan on putting too many of those on Instagram just because I have been kind of doodling and drawing often when I'm not up here filming. If I do happen to sit down and do one or work on a piece enough that I can put a video out for it, I will. So let's talk a little bit about my plans for Inktober, because obviously with working full-time, it seems very impossible that I would be able to do both Linktober and Inktober completely and fully. And that's true, I wouldn't be able to do that. So what I'm doing for Inktober is a challenge of my own of sorts. I am following the prompts. So first of all, this I got from them with the Viviva color sheets. I will show you my swatches of the Viviva color sheets. Hopefully it's gonna, there, it's focused now. So the Viviva color sheets that came with the Inktober package stop here, and then this set on the bottom here is the metallic set. I bought those by myself just to do and to use, and they're really pretty. I really like them, and I'm really excited to use them. And then here is the Inktober prompt list that they gave us, and I'm really excited about it. So what I have been doing for Inktober is challenging myself to do 10-minute pieces, start to finish. So the goal for me is that sometimes I get so bogged down in details when I'm sketching that I feel like I get lost in the details before I've even done any work, and that can be really frustrating. So often I've watched YouTube channels, and one of the things they say to really inspire yourself and get yourself motivated is to do something quick. So like do a sketch and then try to ink that sketch fast, and it'll make you better with a brush pen and better with line work and things like that. So that's kind of my goal here, is to work from pencil to finished piece at the end. Now it is Inktober, but I'm going to use, I'm using the Stillman and Burn sketchbook to do it all. This is a beta series, cold press watercolor sketchbook, and I am going to do watercolor washes with it too. So my goal is to put down pencil, then ink line work that is waterproof, then watercolor washes, and potentially highlights if necessary. So here are the supplies that I'm using, plus watercolors, and it's whatever watercolors I have where I am. So I start with this Derwent pencil. which is a sketching pencil, and I have a couple of them, but this is the one I've been carrying around with me to do this. It's a 4B medium wash. I love these. They have a nice chunky barrel, and I just love the feel of them in my hand. They make sketching quickly easy, and it's water soluble, so I don't have to worry too much about the undersketch being a problem. Then I'm using a combination of different black inks. This I think is a Pentel ink brush. I don't even remember where I got it, but I've had it for a long time and I've never really used it. It's really nice. It's got a nice brush nib on it, and it makes really fine lines, and then it makes really thick lines too. So like there's kind of what it looks like. You can get nice dry brushing effects with it. It does nice thin stuff here, and so it really allows me a lot of control, but also is a little bit freer than using just a plain old ink pen because it's got all the line variations. So I'm really enjoying this, and it's completely waterproof. It's really important for what I'm doing that the ink be waterproof because I'm doing it in 10-minute increments. So it needs to dry fast and it needs to be waterproof. I'm also using this Tombow Fudenosuke pen. It again has more control and whatnot, and is definitely also a great pen with a lot of detail ability. So it also dries really fast and is waterproof, and I'm using this one in conjunction. Though usually I try to do my entire sketch down with this guy. This guy I've been using on top of stuff. I don't think this one is completely waterproof. I don't think. But I haven't been using this for under sketches. This I just grabbed because it's got, again, a nice flexible nib on it, and it moves really nicely, and I can cover big swatches of area or tiny details with it, and I really like the ability to do all of those things. I've been using, and I got this from Sketchbox. So I got two things from Sketchbox this month that are ink-based that I may be including in this challenge, but I have to check. The first one is this pen right here. And I don't know about this pen. I don't know if it's waterproof, so I have to test that. Once I test that, I'll know for sure whether or not it will be included in any of this Inktober stuff. But this India ink definitely is, and I'm really excited to get it, and I hope to do a few of my pieces once I get myself under my belt with a thin brush, an actual thin round brush, and be able to use this India ink as my line work. But again, just being at work, I'm not carrying a bottle of ink with me back and forth to work, so that would be something I would have to do here, and I'm trying to get my sea legs with the project right now, but hopefully I'm going to get there. Obviously, paintbrushes, I'm trying to stick to around 6, or occasionally around 4 if I need one. I have both around 6 and around 4 out when I do the project. And then whatever watercolors are near me. So at work I have a couple different palettes. I have my Daler Rowney Aquafine palette and a Daniel Smith palette at work. Here at home I have Daniel Smith palette as well. I also have a Cotman palette. I have my M. Graham palette. But it's basically just the palette that's closest to me because the point is for it to be a quick exercise. And then lastly, some kind of white highlight. So far I've used white gel pens and bleed proof white for the highlights. So how am I doing this? So I time myself from start to finish. I set 2 5-minute timers. I set 2 5-minute timers because after the first 5-minute timer, if I'm not done with the sketch, I finish the sketch right away. So I haven't really had that problem yet. I've been trying to sketch fast. So you'll see, for example, where are we? Here. It's here are the first 2 days of prompts. So here's what I did. And again, they're not perfect and they're not meant to be. They're just meant to be quick sketches, and they're meant to kind of give a picture of what I'm doing. I really like Vessel, how Vessel turned out. Vessel turned out really good. I did that in 10 minutes. So again, I'm really happy with how that turned out, and I'm happy with Raven, and I'm happy with Spirit if they would focus. There they are. Now, for Spirit, for example, I had to pause because I had to wait for the watercolor to dry. So because I'm using watercolor washes, sometimes I have to pause my timer. But when I pause my timer, I don't touch the painting. I just let paint dry. So I pause, let paint dry, then I go back in and do things that I don't want to bleed on top. So that's kind of been the journey that I'm on with this. And hopefully when I'm done with everything, I can show you guys all of the pieces. hopefully we'll see some improvement. I already feel like I'm improving my ability to sketch quick and pick out what details are relevant and important and what details aren't. So hopefully you'll go along this journey with me. Everything that I do will make its way onto Instagram. I'll try to put up a few videos as I go to kind of show you what's going on. But tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think this is a good idea? Do you think I'm being too restrictive on myself? I think it's definitely a challenge, but it's within my time constraints, and it'll allow me the chance to do something with intention every day. And thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I hope that you have a wonderful Inktober or Linktober or Drawtober, or just that you are getting artsy in this month of October. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a great day. Bye for now.